Go live.
Go live. Let's go live. Because MC Plays is back again. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Let me let's get some, wait for the people to come on in.
Come on,
everybody's getting their notifications in. Now so they can start watching. Let's give them a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and share the link on Steam It. Share the link on Steam It. Here we go.
And let's start introducing our host, starting with my esteemed host, Control Weirdness, Neil.
How we doing, guys? How we doing? Second episode in. Yeah.
Yes,
Just
sir.
a few of us tonight.
What's going on in England? There's a lot happening with you in England. You're coming to the end of your school year as well.
Yeah, I finish in the next week, so I'm looking forward to a summer of making music for myself. For change. So I've got loads of new projects on the go, so I'm going to be in the studio. It's actually been like a heat wave in London for the last couple of weeks. Like, we're not used to this, so we've had like 30 degrees, and not just that, England are actually in the semi-finals of the World Cup. So yeah, you know. For those Americans watching, that's a little tournament that happens every 4 years where they kick a ball about. But, you know, it's quite a big deal here in the UK.
Yeah. And let's shout out our second host, Self Suffice.
I am just celebrating. Now, this sounds like a small number, but anyone in our community knows how little streams traditionally pay, how hard it is just to get one authentic fan, stuff like that. So this should mean something to some of y'all. Thumbs up in the chat if you feel me. But I just cleared 50 followers. I put a challenge out online yesterday to have people, you know, not only bring my next song up to 2,000 plays between Musicoin, Spotify, but also to bring my followers up. And if you look at my followers on Musicoin, you know, I've got hundreds of followers, right? Mm-hmm. But when it comes back to Spotify, it's like you get a follower here. You got to really try hard because people don't go on Apple Music and these different things and really communicate with each other as much. So it also shows you, like, I really do try to participate in all these different platforms. Like, I'm not just like, I only do Musicoin. Like, it's just Musicoin has worked out a lot of things well. So thank you to everybody who's helped raise me. I actually got up to 52 and I was only going for 50. And then I'm continuing to do Make It Full Time, you know, which is a course where I give the secrets of how I make a living, how I went from, like, you know, having to ask my wife to pay the mortgage every other month to being able to just hold it down as a husband, and she can put her money into other things. And all these things I've been able to do to be sustainable, I basically simplified and teach them. We're on, believe it or not, Monday is going to be the 5th class. So we've already have 4 classes. It's going really well. You can still join. And I do accept payments in Musicoin as well. So between the course and between just continuing to launch my campaigns, I'm now able to put out 2 songs, and I always put out my songs on Musicoin first, and I usually put out 1 every time we hit a goal. But yesterday was so big that I'm putting out 2 songs, and Musicoin will have it first, so those will be uploaded tomorrow.
Nice.
Now moving on to Pop.
PUP, Pain United with Passion. Y'all know I'm the conscious hip hop artist, Musicoin ambassador, creator of Crypto Kings. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Crypto Kings with the Z. I want to actually, you know, give a
Musicoin charity.
There you go. I want to give a special shout out to all of the supporters that, you know, helped out in the Musicoin, you know, charity, the hashtag Food4U. Let me share the screen because we just finally officially wrapped up the campaign. And I want to share the screen and show the family, you know, the support right here, where this is the nonprofit organization for Unity. We were able to raise 32,463 coins to feed the homeless, to provide resources, and to actually have a great event turnout that's going down July 21st. So be on the lookout for the footage, the music video coming for that for I Need. There's so many things that's lined up that's going to be, exploding off of this campaign. And I'm very excited. Yeah. And, this is something that I really gotta highlight is the Musicoin community. They really came through. The Musicoin community, artists that's on Musicoin made donation, other ambassadors. Shout out to all of the ambassadors that made donations. Shout out to Isaac. Shout out to Self Suffice, Neil, everybody, Daniel. We definitely showed out on this campaign, with I Need actually placing number 1, for this week, and then number 2 for the month. It was definitely a leading song, on the platform, and for a good cause. So I'm really excited about that. It went down. As you see, you can still go here and check it out, and these funds will be used.
Let me tell you what I like. Whenever I checked the I Need page, I noticed that there was like plays and there were tips, and a lot of people were tipping, right?
Yes.
Here's where you see the difference with Musicoin. Like you just said, you were in the top 2. You were top 2 for the whole month in plays.
Yes.
You were top 1 of the week in plays.
Yes.
So a lot of times it comes to where people are like, oh, you know what? I don't have time to. This shows where it was actually a music campaign, right?
Yes.
Because first of all, it wouldn't be counted if it was just like play or whatever. Musicoin doesn't allow you to, you know what I mean? These are actual verified people who played it and said, I'm listening to music. This is on my playlist and I'm contributing.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
yes.
And I know I had it on the playlist every day. So
it was amazing. Right? We are very, very grateful, for the turnout, and let's do another one, and let's do it bigger. I'm excited to do that next, so, and we got more to come. There's so much more to come. We got a great episode planned out. We also got a special guest, coming through. We got Nick Yap from the Volareo smart speaker. They say this speaker is Alexa on steroids, family. All right, so I really want you to stay tuned for this interview.
What you said is a brilliant segue into that, because you're talking about playing music in a way where just playing the music contributes to money, and that's what Volareo is all about.
Yes, let's get these likes up right now. We got our watchers, we got our viewers in here. Let's get these likes up, and we're gonna bring in our special guest, and let's do this interview right and bring him in. We got Nick Yap, the founder of Volareo Smart Speaker, on the line. Let's welcome him in.
Yeah.
Hey, there you guys are. I've been listening to you guys. Yeah, awesome.
Welcome to MC Plays.
So first of all, we gotta settle our beef with you, okay?
Yeah.
Usually everyone here is like we're either trying to get you to upload music to Musicoin, you're an artist playing music, or you're a fan of Musicoin, or you're an ambassador. And here you go representing a different company that's not Musicoin. First of all,
you
have a different company. Second of all, you stole the Magoober report. Daniel Lawton, as you notice, there's 4 squares on here, people, not 5. Okay, Daniel's gone, and one of the reasons is because
what happened to Daniel?
He's working hard with Volareo.
But it's Sunday. He's out there roaming, I think, finding street musicians. Yeah. So thanks for having me. I shall try and speak.
Thank you. Oh, your service is breaking up a little bit. You want to repeat that?
Yeah, I shall try and speak on behalf of Daniel. I'll send him your best wishes tomorrow.
All right.
Thank you. But shout out to Daniel. He actually got he's working with Volareo now. He's still working with Musicoin. Right. He's actually moved to Holland. He's got a lot of things going on from that he's been trying to do for very long time, and they're starting to come together. So it's really a celebration, and he's still working in the same space, just in 2 different spaces. So you won't be seeing him on this show, but just like we're saying, Nick's working with him, Musicoin's working with him,
and he's still putting up content for. He's still putting up the content for Musicoin TV. You know, all of the videos that he upload on a daily basis or every other day. You know, you really have to take heed to those videos because he's bringing out the information in these videos.
Exactly.
That's right.
Yes, yes. So,
but I just want to correct a little bit. Yeah, it is, Daniel. Yeah,
but
it is. Serious note.
On a serious note, this you do have a company, just to make it clear to people. Like, Volareo is a company that's different from Musicoin. It's not like a Musicoin project like Musicoin plays. It's a separate company.
It is a separate company.
And yes, and this is an example of something we talked about on the last show. Like, we're not some kind of past industry model where it's like destroying other companies and not working together. This is all about people who want to support technology, support music, and we don't have to tear each other down, right?
Exactly.
Perfect.
Exactly. It's about unity. It's about community. I was listening to you guys talk just now. It's all about the community, you know. And it's just now something you said too, you know, on a lot of the current music right now. Very often musicians are just one line of text. You know, you have like 250 songs, 500 songs on your playlist. You just zoom past them. You don't even know who you are listening to. I mean, that is something we really, really hope to change. Yes. You know, with things like Musicoin TV, stories, and actually that's what Daniel is doing over the summer, trying to grab stories out of people, musicians. So I would say that that is an adventure that Volareo and Musicoin can share together. You know, it's a common vision. Bring something back into music.
Yes. Now, as we have the the website showing up here, can you give us an introduction of yourself, number one, and then give us a little small introduction about Volareo. Volareo, I'm sorry.
Let me just correct, the song Volare.
Volare.
So that's where the name comes from.
Wow.
It's Volare.
You start singing a rude football song, because I know it from singing it at the football. So
the feeling that so the song represents a feeling to want to fly. If you listen to the first verse, it's such a pent up. Listen to the original song, not the Gypsy King ones. The original one is really a pent up feeling. It's like the longing to fly is really stuck there. And then when the chorus comes, it just volare, and it's to the blue skies. And that, I think, captures this feeling that we want to do, what we want to bring back to the music. So that was the reason behind it.
Wow.
I mean, but look, you have a meaning. Look, already you started with the branding, the name. You have a purpose in
the love, It's all about the love.
There you go.
Is this your first product then, Nick? Is it? Or have you released other stuff before in the past? What's your background for like doing this sort of techie sort of stuff?
I have a background in consumer electronics, so I'm 47, by the way. So when I say I have 25 years of experience with hardware, and stuff, people are like, "Hey, did you start at 7?" No, I'm I'm originally Singaporean. I'm born and bred in Singapore, so educated there. So those of you out there might recognize my Singlish accent. Can't shake it. So 97, I had my first job in Singapore. It sent me to Netherlands. Basically dropped me here. The boss asked me, "Would you like to go to Netherlands? There's an opening." I said yes. I was dropped here, and I realized I started the company for the Europe office. So my boss sends me here to conquer Europe. A year later, we released the MP3 player, 1998. I remember it was $600, holds 10 songs.
Wow.
You know what?
How big was it? How big was it? About that? Was it?
No, it's a pocket one. It's a pocket one. People pay $600 to have 10 songs in their pocket.
So you revolutionized the pocket MP3 player. You were in the beginning of that.
Yeah, beginning of that. So I also painstakingly saw how MP3 changed the industry for good and for worse. For good and for bad. You know, so there was really a deep point when people were just file sharing, you know, people like music. Somehow a lot of people don't like paying for music.
Yep.
So I think as we go forward, we really want to focus on the people who appreciate music and wants to pay. Right now, there's no way. You know, like you're saying in Spotify, it's just that 0.007. You pay that $10 a month, it doesn't even go to people you listen to.
Yeah.
It goes somehow by some algorithm split in the person. You could be listening to your favorite singer. Yeah, you might have 3 favorite singers. None of them could be getting any bit of your $10.
Wow.
And then how do you do that?
Yeah, that's my
I just read an article about like 20 to $30 billion of unclaimed royalty money and in the industry, and how it's like actually a secret like black market economy. And we always say, well, why is it so hard to sample and pay artists? And then you go, oh, there's people making a living off of us not being able to just pay the artists. That's what it's become.
So we need to connect directly the fans and the musicians, the people who supported, you know. So that's what this is all about. It's not a speaker, it's not a platform, it's not a streaming service, it's a community.
And it showed.
It's a community that we need.
Community effect in the beginning of the episode when we talked about Food4U and we talked about self-suffice. You know, we showed that it is a community. We need to utilize our music to bring the people together.
So when I met Isaac sometime last year or so, he touched me with his the vision that, you know, we should tip musicians, and we made it the center part of the Volareo speaker. You know, so when we did the press release in January, we said that you could clap to tip. Yes, you can clap to tip, but of course it's not clap only. You can tap, you can say it, you can do all kinds of ways, but we focus around tipping because that essentially is how you appreciate musicians. I mean, I was just everybody in the summer when you walk by a street musician, you know there are 3 types of people, right? One type that just walk by. Doesn't matter. We don't need to worry about them. The type that listens, stays and listen. The type who stays, listen, and tip. Those type we really need. And there are even more special type. Even when they are busy, they don't listen. They just tip, and they have to run, feeling guilty. They have to get somewhere, but they just tip because they know musicians need it. You know, without that tip, and plus you get to tip the amount you like. You know, somebody's 10 cents, somebody's $10. I always say that, you know.
How do they tip? Where does that actual tip come from? How do the actual tip? How's that transaction work? Where's the money come from?
So we're going to use Musicoin. So Musicoin is Volareo's launch partner. So we've designed the speaker this way.
Yeah. It comes out of your own.
Correct. Yeah. So when so it comes out of your whoever who's listening comes out of your own wallet, your Musicoin wallet. You can tap it. Of course, it's authenticated, you know. So the clapping, some people ask me like, what if somebody else was clapping at the side? Then what happens? So of course, there's fail-safe methods to you have to confirm it. What's one special feature we have announced?
We're gonna ask you all the burning questions about that in a second. We're gonna do a lightning round questions about defrauding Volareo with weird clapping scenarios.
That's the most frequently. What if I tip? Of course, when we design a product, we have to think about that. So bringing back to this, it is there's a voice thing that's easy. So everybody's doing this voice speaker. Alexa is taking over the market. Can you imagine Alexa has 70% market share? Google has 18% market share. So together they're 90%. Where's everybody else?
Yeah.
What happens? Yeah.
Yes.
So we believe in the independence. We believe there always needs to be an independent alternative. There needs to be choices. There needs to be privacy first choices. So it's not about a speaker. It's a movement. It's something
Alexa is like a household name now, right? It's got all the
right.
behind
Absolutely.
it. But people think of Alexa as like Siri in a box outside of a phone.
Yeah.
And people right now are thinking of Volareo as you listen to music and clap. Does Volareo have other options that would make it similar to an Alexa?
Yes.
Does it listen to things beyond just clapping, for example? What is?
It is a voice assistant. Where we want to make a slight difference. It is an independent voice assistant. We want to make sure that you are aware also that.
Let me make sure, because people are slow. You're saying that it's not just listening for claps.
No.
He's saying you can do your voice. It's with you could. It's you can actually ask the speaker to search for a specific artist, and they'll pull up that artist's music, or is it going to ask me what song do I want to play, or do I have to say the specific song?
So when people are starting to say this is like a blockchain,
you can
that's accurate.
Yeah,
exactly.
Wow. Okay.
We are using AI technology. We are doing it more independently. We are doing it privately, so we don't send everything to the cloud. So all these things we are trying to be the alter. For example,
you're breaking up.
I'm very careful about saying smart assistant because I don't want this to be very smart. I don't want our father to do things on voice command, like search for songs. I don't need it.
Yeah, you're breaking up pretty bad, Nick.
The earth and the sky and heaven.
Hey, Nick,
sorry.
is there a yeah, it's breaking up pretty bad while you were talking.
Yeah. Is it better now?
Your picture just came back in.
Is your Volareo speaker interrupting us right now? How many Valerians do you have running at the same time?
Yeah.
No. We still need to crowdfund it.
Yeah.
No, we have where was I? So we wanted to we avoid the word smart voice assistant. So we want a voice assistant because we don't expect people, we don't want it to build something where you talk about nonsense, like us, tell me jokes. That's not the whole point. What we do is search music, very practical things, search music, find podcast. In the next couple of, so we are ramping up. In August, we're going to do a crowdfunding. A search podcast. So podcast is going to come in as well. So in the next couple of weeks, I can drop a name of a partner coming up. It's called Lyric Find.
Lyric Find.
Yep. Okay. Is this better? Huh. Yeah. So that will mean that you will be able to search all the songs by lyrics too. Where is that? What's that song that has these words in there?
Yeah, so that's kind of like Shazam. So you got Alexa, you got Shazam, you got a few things built into one.
Yeah.
Now, and you said everything is not uploaded to the cloud. This is not, being stored on a cloud and things of that nature. Like people are suspicious or skeptical about Alexa being spy machine. So is this in that realm? No.
Yeah, exactly. It's the company's reputation. I mean, not to say any bad things, even if they really, so we were discussing in the meetings yesterday, even if Amazon really wasn't spying, they said, no, we are not spying. People tend not to believe it. True or not? Because the agenda is to do commerce. The agenda is not you. So our agenda is here to serve you. In that sense, transparency of a blockchain, transparency of that, transparency of governance. There's something slightly different here about independent movements. Yes. That our job is not in the end. When these days everybody's waking up to the moment that when something is free, you are the product. So if you're getting something free, they're earning it by advertising, or they're earning it by driving you to their own shop.
Yes.
What about your own independent web shop, your local web shops? Are they going to be snuffed out? So very scary things here happening. So we said, guys, we really need to do this. You know, so that's what we are. Just a little startup trying to change things.
Can you go back to the crowdfund that you just mentioned? We didn't hear it clearly. Where you said that in a couple of weeks you have a crowdfund coming up.
Yep, we will be on Indiegogo in August. Musicoin will be the first ones. We will actually do some special offers to Musicoin before that. So you'll be the early birds who have pre-access to everything early because of your lovely support. And of course, we will accept Musicoin.
Wow. And
so the other thing we wanted to do was to develop more users of Musicoin. And also once we have that, what else can we do with Musicoin, you know, besides tipping musicians?
Yes.
And that is something we really need everybody's help. You know, figure out what do you see happening in the community. Here we've set up a voice-enabled speaker. What do you want us to bring you?
Now, I have a question about the speaker development. You know, this picture that you have on your website, is this the speaker itself and this is how it looks physically? Or is it still in development and this is what you're working towards?
Yes, it is still in development, but this is exactly what, this is exactly what it's going to look like. We've intentionally kept it very neutral. The vision is that it should not shout, I'm a speaker, I'm a speaker. It should literally just sit in your home, be in a corner, like a common household, bringing music into your home as a common thing, a cryptocurrency into your home as a common thing. Imagine you could just say, tip the musician 10 Bitcoin, 10 music coin. Can I use Musicoin to buy some audio podcasts or some music tickets, concert tickets? It should be there quietly. It shouldn't be intruding in your life, and that's how we see it. So the idea is a shape, a black neutral shape that gives us later rooms for customizing with musicians as well. That's something we want to work towards. And then the strap there lets you bring it around. Say you're in the bedroom, you bring it to your kitchen, bring it to your backyard. That's the idea of it. And the 2 points there, the 2 tips, are something we want to experiment with. Could that be tipping? Could you tap on them to tip as well? You know, sometimes you don't want to say something. You know, just finding out all kinds of ways to help people make it easier to tip musicians and use their music coins.
What's the quality of the audio going to be like on the speaker? Because to be honest, as someone who plays a lot of music, I want the quality to be good. But mate, is it more aimed at someone who's the portability of it rather than just having it in your front room? I see it as something like that myself, but you tell me.
It is not your hi-fi audio quality, as you can see. It is, I would say, a very good Bluetooth type speaker, better than Bluetooth. It's got Wi-Fi for Bluetooth, but it's a portable speaker. There is audio out. There is a digital audio out if you are concerned about quality. Our assumption is that this will be the voice speaker. If you want some better quality, you might already have existing equipment, and the best audio quality could come from a digital audio out.
Okay, because that's my question really is, a lot of people already have a setup, so how would this fit in with that?
Set up with a digital audio, and then this will be your portable one that you can bring here and there. It is decent. It is decent music if you're listening to. If you're used to listening to classic, like lossless classical music, where you can hear the violin strike the strings, then this may not be it. Hip hop for sure you can handle. The bass can handle.
It's got some good bass, you mean?
Yep, we make sure there's a good bass. It's a very solid speaker. It sits. It's designed to sit there. Bass, good bass.
It looks
good
like
high
it
note.
can fall off a table and survive.
Yes.
That's what I'm interested in. I don't want something that's like this fancy new technology and then it falls off the table and boom, there's nothing to that.
But that's
especially if my bass is like boom, 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 like it's gonna fall off the table if it's poor.
That's where I call on my expertise in this 25 years expertise. So a lot of people, when they design something, they forgot about weight. Designing weight is part and parcel of a product design. You will not get solid bass if you have a very light-weighted speaker. That's it. If this is weight and volume. Sound, bass is weight and volume. That's it.
So will it have audio going into the speaker as well? Was there audio into the speaker?
Yes, there's audio in as well.
Because I know a lot of friends of mine, they have they take a portable speaker out to the park or something if they want to play music, and you know, it might be good if it has a dual role, you know.
There was a product I previously made that didn't have an audio in, just wireless, because we are all technology people, like, oh, wireless, you know, hey, you don't need audio in, you got Bluetooth, you got Wi-Fi. You know, sometimes you really just want to stick a wire in there.
Yeah,
no, that is the
audio.
So
Bluetooth, Wi-Fi. No, stick my line in. Yes,
that's my bugbear with the new Macs. Yeah, the new MacBooks. They've taken away, you know, all the inputs because you know. So yeah,
they take away audio inputs and everything. You can't even insert a DVD no more.
I think sometimes that's the problem with technology. People, we move technology too fast. We forgot about simplicity. Yeah. Sometimes simplicity is not wireless.
No, yeah, exactly. Sometimes you can be too clever for your own good. Yeah, so yeah.
Exactly.
I like the idea of technology being used to help humans versus the idea of humans being used to help technology.
Exactly. So you can imagine that with all these years of expertise, the team has all this expertise in AI, in natural language processing. Look, when we talk about it, I don't use all these terms because there's no point to it. What our job is as a product developer is how do we use all these to deliver a use for users. Like for example, the reason why we want voice, you know, one of the problems we looked at was like, you know, for a non-crypto enthusiast, it's really not very easy to get Musicoin or any crypto coin.
Yeah.
First, you have to do your KYC. You need to know first where to do your KYC. Is it Coinbase? You know, like you try to explain it to your grandma. And okay, first you download Coinbase, then you submit your passport. Then after that, you have to find somewhere where your coin is listed. Buy some Bitcoin, and then after use that Bitcoin to buy your coin. Can I just tell Volareo, buy me $10 of Musicoin? Do I really need KYC for that? My voice is
I'm sending some tips to my Volareo right now on that one. Volareo, give me Musicoin just dropped. Buy low, sell high.
Make it simple. So when we wanted to make it simple, we thought, what technology do we need to bring in to make this work? And also, so we don't pitch that there's voice authentication. We don't pitch that, okay, if below $10, you don't need to go KYC, above certain dollars you do. We don't pitch all that nonsense. We need to make it simple, something people want to use. They're not here to be honest, they're not here to use Musicoin. They're here to listen to musicians. The fact that there's a Musicoin and having to buy that Musicoin is part of the deal.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have
that's true, man. That's true. You got to make it easy for people. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Do they receive coins when they purchase?
Yep. So when we
receive the coins, okay.
You're digging out all the juicy details. Well, yes. So like, again, we were looking at how all the juicy details are coming out. You know, like for example, that's also part of how to make it simple. So assuming somebody who doesn't have Musicoin yet and they bought a speaker, how are we going to get them to have Musicoin?
Okay.
So the cool thing would be we can just preload it with some Musicoins that they can use first already, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
So when they finish using that, they have been tipping, we'll be telling them we can do a vocal audio. Maybe we need you guys to help do a vocal or tutorial, you know, like, hey, if you listen to the music and you like, please just tell Volareo, tip your musician. And when your Musicoin that we preloaded for you is finished, you could just say, buy some more. Then of course on your phone we have to capture your credit card details, but you can buy some more. No, things like below $50, below $10, you really don't need KYC if you actually look at all the financial regulations. It's cash.
Yeah.
There we go.
The KYC is needed for people who are trading, investing, financial products.
Shout out to our MC Plays host for getting all the juicy information. we pulling it out right now.
How much is it going to be, Nick? you got a price yet? Or I guess you're still working that out?
Yeah. We're going to keep that quiet. I think tomorrow we're going to make an announcement. So I've been told that I should say tomorrow we have an announcement in the Musicoin community. Watch out on the Musicoin forums.
Post your guesses in the chat.
You don't want to shout out now.
Post your guesses. Is it 5,000 per unit? I mean, is it $1,000 per unit? Is it 2,000 pounds?
So
we'll find out tomorrow. Post your guesses now.
If you love
what if someone guesses the exact amount? What can we give them?
We're
gonna shout out on next week.
Let's guess
one thing for somebody guesses the chat. Come on to the Musicoin forum.
Yeah.
So that'll be a special announcement soon then.
Yes, tomorrow.
But yeah, I just want to backtrack. Like sometimes there'll be a new update for one of these phones or something I have. And it's like I feel like instead of updating the technology to make my life easier, this update is making me buy like 10 more cords and change my lifestyle. And I'm like, this isn't technology being developed with making it easier for humans in mind. This is technology it's based on how to make humans go out of their way to bring your company more funding. And that's not the original point of technology. I don't think. And it should be.
This privacy thing? The privacy updates that tell you, okay, now how many people actually read through that and start checking, okay, this is okay, this is not okay, this is okay. Nobody does that. In the end, you still just do this. Can we just start from the root and just be good? Don't use people's data. Don't use people's privacy. Just don't do it. You don't need this privacy agreement. You just don't do it.
So we have a question from the
chat.
Set
up the government.
We stick there, Nick, to be honest. But yeah, I know. I understand the feeling. But
we have a question from the chat, Nick.
Open up the governance board. Let people.
We have a question from the chat. The chat says, Nick, do you think the Volareo speaker could evolve so that a Musicoin artist could consult it by voice, for instance, to hear his or her fans' comments?
Oh, that has been quite well. I've heard that one. We are still looking at it. It is implementable. So these technologies are all implementable. I think throughout the next month, we need to hear input like this. So one of the feedback that we have around the area is quite well requested. Is that can we do a voice version of SoundCloud? Like where SoundCloud people can leave comments.
Yes.
Can we do a voice version? Leave voice comments. So that's one. We are working on it. We're looking at it. It's not a matter of whether we can or cannot do it. It's about resources, right? So how
someone speaking to it.
Yeah, you could just, when you're listening to it, say, I like this part. It could go in there and just be recorded there.
Some issues with that, obviously, as we all know, if you look at YouTube comments, you could be quite shocked to push the button for the comments on your track. Yeah.
So technologically it's possible. So at least on our side, we're looking at technologically it's possible. So eventually you see that this 1 or 2 months, you guys can help shape the product on how should it be in the usage way. Would we really want users to leave that comment? So that's one. The other thing about getting feedback is that we realize that users really value talking to musicians. So we've been trying to pull out a lot of podcasts from musicians. And other than podcasts, tell your story behind your. Don't just release the music. After you release it, tell your story. If you were just bored and you wrote a song, just say you're bored and you wrote a song. People like to listen to what's the inspiration, even when there's no inspiration. That's the story still. And the other feedback that we got is that one step further than listening to story. Let's say we listen to the podcast of your story behind it. Can we then ask questions and like? And I think this is all part of telling the story behind musicians, and it's something that we will develop as we go along this journey. We'll just try, and that's the cool thing about being independent. You can just try things directly with the users. It works. It doesn't work. We change the ways. Have another discussion. Why not? Yeah. So the idea is that coming back from where we started off is like, I really hate that musicians are one line of text. I really say that a lot of times. And to borrow another cliche, we kind of lost that love and feeling. We need to bring that back. And we've been, in the last 6 months since we made that announcement, since January, love and feeling, you know, so we figured out it's podcasts, it's stories, it's talking to people. That is something, somehow it went missing the last 10, 20 years. And it came from digitizing of music.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you're saying you would have podcasts and stuff like that on the speaker? Is that what you're saying as well? Then
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because to be honest, I listen to loads of music-based podcasts, and that's a real big thing for me. I can actually see it be almost, you know, more for that than just music in a way.
Exactly.
You know, because I listen to them all around my house on my phone. You know.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not just musicians; could be the sound engineer too. You know. So like in March in April, we were in Ireland at the Windmill Lane recording studio. Where all it's like the Abbey Lane of Ireland, of Dublin. We were there and we sat there for like an hour just listening to the sound engineer of the main studio telling us stories of every single little story. So beautiful why he did such this way, how did he recreate that sound. These are all stories. Again, 90% of the musicians, the listeners may not appreciate it, but we don't need numbers. We need love. We need quality of relationship, the connection. It's not that all you can. Yeah, go ahead.
I noticed that you focus on, you know, up and coming artists, unsigned artists, you know, specifically, and then also the listeners. You know, you want to bring unsigned artists and the fans together. You know, is that what you guys aim to started off pitching, or are you guys also looking to get, you know, popular signed artists too?
There's no what do you call that, discrimination here, you know, successful or not successful, you need fans. Exactly, you know. So right now the need is a lot from independent up and coming unsigned artists. Right now the need is there.
There you go.
Doesn't exclude successful and signed artists as well, you know. So
okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Perfect. So before you go, is there any, you know, I know you have a special announcement tomorrow. I don't know if you want to do an exclusive announcement today. what you got?
Today's special announcement is that if you guess the prize, you will win a Volareo. That's today's. You just
guess the
price. It's
price.
like the jelly beans.
Yeah, the jelly beans. Guess the price in Musicoin. Not in dollars. You can win
a Volareo. This is like better than Alexa, mixed with blockchain, mixed with Musicoin. You can win this if you just guess the price.
In Musicoin.
In Musicoin. Not in dollars, not in pounds, not in
dollars, not in euros, not in not in liras. In Musicoin.
Okay. I like that. Tricky. The viewers gotta be up for the challenge. Make sure you hit that like button. If you up for the challenge, make sure you put your guess down in the chat.
Yes, in the chat.
It will also be the world's first speaker that you can buy with your Musicoin. Never before.
The world's first speaker you can buy with your Musicoin, and when you buy the Musicoin, you receive some Musicoin. You know, oh man.
But people know
goes around, comes around, man. That's love. See, the logo actually says love coins.
I'm on this call with the computer that I bought with Musicoin, as people know from last episode, right? This is why it's so much better than season 1. There's no more like see, you need to get some more Musicoin, Nick, and get a new computer. Because my connection was sounding like yours last season. Then I got this.
I know, Mandy. Yeah.
Volareo is going to be the second thing purchased with Musicoin on this show. Someone's going to get a Volareo real world purchase from Musicoin.
Exactly. Make it real.
We wanted to do a lightning round.
Yeah.
Okay. You ready? So Neil.
What's a lightning?
Neil, Pup, and I are going to give you crazy scenarios, and you tell us how Volareo deals with this? And if you throw in some use cases that you came up with in the lab that we didn't mention, tell us those too, okay? My crazy use case is you're in a place that's loud and there's thousands of people and they're all screaming and clapping. What does Volareo do?
Continues playing music. Volareo just shut up and plays music. It's not listening anymore, just playing music. Just shut up and enjoy the music.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, Pop.
So you're saying it doesn't pick up the clapping? It doesn't pick up the clapping from a crowd.
Technically, if there's too much noise, it's not possible. If you're in a home setting, there's people talking, it can pick up the clapping. But if you're talking about thousands or hundreds of people, all noisy and all, it's gonna be hard picking it up. If you're in a home scenario, there's 5, 6 people there, we can pick it up.
Right, so if it's playing my song, I can't just sit by the speaker just clapping for an hour, just racking up my money.
Is there a limit?
You could, but that would be your own money. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I guess so. That's the fatal flaw in that. Yeah.
After you clap it, we will jot it down. If you clap 1,000, and then you have to. So with the clapping function, you do still have to confirm it later, because it will not go immediately.
Yes.
You will see in your app, or you can ask at some point. You can ask Volareo itself to do, how many claps did I do this morning or today.
I wouldn't do it on my speaker. I do it on someone else's speaker. There you go. That's the way to do it. Yeah.
Exactly. You need.
Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Say that again, Neil, because that's the one everybody wants to know. If I sneak over to my friend's house and start
like sneak in and just start clapping in front of his speaker.
I'm visiting Neil in London
because he can't, he spent so much money on my music.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So, Neil, I'm visiting you for FIFA.
Yeah.
Yes. Exactly. Listen to some music on your Volareo. What room is it in?
Yeah. So if you're visiting and you clap, and then say later on you check, hey, I didn't do this class, but wow, that's really awesome music. Maybe I should approve the tip after all. Why not?
Okay.
So the confirmation is really the key to all of these scenarios. You do get a point at the end of the day.
Clapping, you need to confirm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we're confirming this on an app, either Volareo app or is it Musicoin's app? Musicoin's app.
It's a Volareo app or a web app.
Okay.
Eventually, if Musicoin wants to implement a system, so we have open them too. So what we've done is we've integrated Musicoin's tipping system into our apps. Once we develop this function, we can also open it back for Musicoin to integrate it back into Musicoin. It's open systems, the way it should be.
Okay.
Wow.
If you use your voice to tip, you don't have to confirm because your voice will be authenticated. So instead of using the app, you could also ask Volareo how much tips, how much claps were there, how much unassigned tips are there. We need to figure out the language itself. And then you could say, yes, please proceed. And because with the voice, we can authenticate that it is your voice and not his voice, that your voice is authorized to do payments and tipping. The technology, voice authentication.
We can hear your tech background, and your hardware background, and that's refreshing to know. It's like if someone like me, who's a musician, just came up with this, it would be kind of like cool, but you thought about a lot of the technical things, and that I think that gives us a lot more confidence that you love music and it's Volareo. I mean, I honestly didn't get the connection until you said it. The song Volareo, the heart V in the logo. I really get it. You're about returning the love of this art form back to people. But you have that basis in physical technology and testing and development. And I think that makes things really secure. For example, the guy who founded PayPal had a background.
We got another question. Last but not least, this is a great question. Will Volareo recognize different languages?
Very good one. We'll start with English.
Okay.
The next thing we have to do Dutch because it's home base. I'm Sorry, guys. Spanish, French is on the works.
It was breaking up a little bit. So you said.
So right now we can confirm all this.
So
How much more languages we?
Wait 1 second, real quick. You said.
So first of all, English.
Breaking up.
English,
Okay.
Dutch.
Okay.
English, Dutch, French.
What about American?
Spanish. That's English.
Just Cockney.
So okay, so that's 3. We got at least 3 on the board.
English, Dutch, Spanish, French, 4. So after that, after these 4, we would like users to tell us what's needed. So eventually we want to get to as many languages as possible. Then we start slotting in, and it takes a month, 2 months to develop each new language. I have another startup actually. That's a translator device that started up last year. It went very well. That's why I'm able to put. Then I told my co-founders, I'm going to put my heart into music. And there I can assure you, there we are able to do 80 languages. So we should be able to borrow some of that technology over here, but it takes time.
Okay.
So in the beginning, we commit to 4 languages, and after that, we need your love and support to say like, hey guys, we've got this community here who really needs the music community here. We would like to have it in Swahili.
It seems like we have a lot of Portuguese in the Musicoin community. We need Portuguese.
Yeah, I love Portuguese, man. So that is among some of the languages.
It's not a matter of storage capacity. It's just a matter of taking the time to load in which language.
Taking the time to make it work, So sometimes it's about developing it and testing it, because that whole time it takes to focus on the making sure the language works and works well. That's basically resources. So the more resources we have, the faster it gets. But the heart is there to have as many languages, because it is about local community, right? So the songs will be Portuguese songs. There will be Portuguese songs. There will be Greek songs, Chinese songs. The world doesn't listen to only English songs and speak in English, but we have to give ourselves some time to get there.
And I'm sure that like the global community would volunteer. I'm sure like if there's like you got your 4 basic languages, but then you got this first option for like your local language. I'm sure that musicians around the world would say, you know what, let me help contribute to this one. Let me be part of the Portuguese or the Tagalog or whatever.
Absolutely. I think in Musicoin has a very strong chapters in quite a lot of countries. I see music, even the Twitter handles as Musicoin Italy, Musicoin Japanese.
In the chat right now, we have Musicoin Latino, we have Musicoin Portuguese, we got Musicoin what's that, Brazil?
Yes, hello. Portuguese, man. So maybe number 5 language is Portuguese.
There was a point where when I would try to tweet Musicoin, it would always pop up like Musicoin Brazil. I had to make sure like I included the regular.
They're doing good. Yeah, doing good job.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
In Argentina. Shout out to New Queen, of course.
Yes. Wow, man. This has been a great interview, man. We pulled out a lot of the information that we, it's a lot of questions that's out there. I think within this one interview, we tackled it all.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like in the last 6 months we didn't do it. The last 6 months was a lot of exploring and what does it actually mean. All these things I can tell you has been you can see the thought process that went into it. Not that we just sat there and said did a meeting and we actually talked to people, we listened to people. So I think in the next one month or so, you start seeing us putting out all this information, and the first thing to do when you asked me to do music, I said perfect timing, because we're just about to get that story out there. So you guys have the first of the stories coming out, and in the next couple of weeks, you will see all this information coming out. And because then we are finally
again the months next, when you're further down the line,
Say that again.
Yeah.
Maybe we speak again in a couple of months when you're further down the line and you're right on, you're close.
Yes, totally.
Yes, yes, yes. I think that's a great idea.
Then we could actually do a live demo even.
So before you go,
maybe we should get Daniel on. Get Daniel.
Magooby.
Yeah,
Magooby
report.
Yeah, yeah. The legendary.
So we wanted to give you.
There's no other crazy use cases that people. What's the craziest thing people came to you and said? What if someone tries to do this? Like, what if someone? What? What's the craziest use case that Volareo?
You really want? You really want the craziest one?
Yeah.
The really craziest one. I was so embarrassed when we say that. So somebody asked me. So if I'm in my bedroom with my girlfriend, in bed.
We know where this is going. We know where this is going. Yeah.
Hey, will Volareo be listening? Like Alexa is listening. B. What if I accidentally? So I said, okay, privacy first. Privacy first. Yeah. So
wow.
I'd be more worried about playing a song. Well, playing a song and putting me off, to be honest, in that scenario. Yeah. Starts playing some song, you're like, you know, might not be romantic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, maybe you just a few program Volareo to respond to a certain command. You don't even have to say. You just like
that's the hidden feature. Put on that seductive music. I can imagine that. Hey Volareo, put the seductive music on. Turn it on.
Yeah. So
Volareo, you know what time it is. Play that jam.
Let's get it on. Anyway,
so, maybe it's not that crazy after all. No, I was just caught by surprise.
That'd be a good ad. That'd be a good ad.
That'd be a good. Yeah, that's a good ad. That's a good ad.
Viral ad there.
All right. That's a good one. Thank you.
Yeah, that was a good one.
we listen, we think, and we come up with answers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right.
Somebody said in the chat that'll be different kind of clapping. We know what clapping. Hey, and they said not with hands. Oh man, they had to take it there. You gotta let it chat.
They're like, damn, someone really liked my song. I got paid a lot of coins.
Yeah. Well, depending on how much noise, you get paid more.
You got to work some saxophone in it.
Yo, that's an ad for you right there. I'm telling you, that's like one of the UK ads. Yeah. Oh man.
There's all these questions I had at the beginning, like the volume of the clapping, or if it's snap and this and that. And basically, what it comes down to is you got someone who's got a couple decades of experience with hardware design technology, thoroughly answered these questions. The underlying point is that the coins are always confirmed, right? So whatever ridiculous thing happens, at the end of the day, you got to confirm before the money gets moved. Yes. And then second of all, it's just detecting for basic stuff. So if there's like 50 billion claps in a second, it's not going to put 50 billion. If there's like 1,000 people in the background, it's not going to detect that. It's been thought out and it's been tested by someone with like a thorough background in technology. So that sounds concrete. Yeah. That makes sense. And it's also like, now that I'm thinking about it, I think it's kind of like our imaginations get the better of it. But now that I'm thinking about all these questions, they are kind of like really simple questions to solve. And you have to go out of your way to make it so that like you gave 1 billion coins just because you're in a crowded room. Like that'd be more work against what you want to do than it would, to help you.
Totally. And continue asking the questions in the forums, not just me. We also have a team of good community managers, team people out there on Musicoin forum answering questions on our Twitter. This questions time, don't hold it back. It's talk. Let's talk. Yeah. So let's
go.
Wow. So we want to thank you. Thank you for this great interview.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you for having me. It was fun.
And let's remind the viewers, you know, that you did put out the challenge. Okay,
Yep.
leave a comment. We already have some comments, some guesses in the you know, in the live chat. But I'm gonna tell the people that actually left a guess in the live chat to leave it in the comment box below after we wrap it up. You know,
Yep.
so it can go with everyone else's comments when they listen to it, when they will listen to this whole thing. And
Totally.
so leave a comment and guess the price of the Volareo speaker. You know,
You might just see
Musicoin.
the price is right.
Yes, and if the price is right, you can win a free speaker.
He knows the game.
I'm making a guess. I want
Yes.
that speaker.
Yes, so this is gonna be powerful right here. So I can't wait to see your comments.
And should we do one for the Musicoin Plays host to see who gets a free Volareo speaker between us three? I think that would be
Absolutely.
really important.
Yeah,
It's very, very important.
we
Let's
definitely
see
gonna
who
announce
gets
that.
the closest out of us three should get a free Musicoin Volareo speaker.
Maybe we should do this like Oprah, you know, like you get one, you get one, you get one too.
Yeah, exactly. Go for it.
So we'll announce who guessed right on the next episode for next week's episode. So you got a whole week, everybody, to leave a comment and guess the price in Musicoin. Leave a comment and guess the price in Musicoin.
And you can buy it in Musicoin.
And you can buy it in Musicoin. So be on the lookout for that special announcement tomorrow. You know, on I don't know exactly what they're gonna say, but yes, be on the lookout for it because we want to know, you know, what the price is gonna be. We want to know when this thing is released. We want to get our hands on a Volareo speaker. And once again, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you. We should talk more.
Of
Talk
course.
more.
You're coming back on. We're gonna have you back on.
Why it took us so long to connect? You guys are smart. Yeah.
Welcome,
All right.
welcome to the
Cool.
Musicoin Plays family.
Welcome to the Musicoin Plays family. Yeah,
Right.
we having you back on.
Also, is it Nick? Nick is our people. He's technology. He's kind of nerdy. He's kind of musical, and he has a great sense of humor. That's it. You're one of us.
Yes.
You're definitely one of us.
All right, Nick. We'll see you on the next one.
Okay. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me. Ciao.
Peace.
Thank you.
Wow.
So speaking of weekly updates, before we go, DJ Lethal Skills put out the challenge. Do we know how that's going, or should we remind people to make sure they can get our last? If you didn't see episode 1, go back and watch that, and make sure you submit for your chance to collaborate with DJ Lethal Skills.
Yes. Make sure.
Because he didn't close that. Did he close that already,
No.
or is it still okay? So that's still running. If you miss episode 1, go back and watch that and get in that contest. You have a chance to collaborate with DJ Lethal Skills' original new beat that hasn't been released yet, and it could be featuring you.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's powerful. Listen, thank you for all of the viewers. We got 15 viewers with 14 likes. That's powerful right there, man. That's like 100%. Shoot.
Shout outs to the chat room as well.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Let me give a special reminder, you know, to the artists that they do run the Artist of the Week contest. We don't have time to play the music today, you know, in this episode, but don't forget to go into the forum and place your vote for the Artist of the Week. This is the voting does end at 9 p.m. UTC time. All right, so the
5 p.m. East Coast Standard Time.
There you go, 5 p.m. East Coast time. So make sure you go check that out.
In other words, you got less than 2 hours.
There you go.
Hit it up.
Yep. So go to the forum, place your votes. Don't forget about that because we might be up on there. You never know. So go. Always check back. Always check back.
And you know, when you win that, you get featured on the main page of Musicoin for the whole next entire week. That's the best possible promotion you could get in our community.
Yes, yes. And make sure you tune in next week on the 15th. Well, we will be having the DJ, producer, host of the Bitcoin Podcast Network. He's DJ Neverendingstory. He'll be interviewed on MC Plays. He's actually running a podcast on the Bitcoin Network. He's into crypto, and he's already met with Isaac, and he maybe possibly becoming an ambassador. He's deep into the crypto, so I definitely want to pluck his brain as far as what his direction is with cryptocurrency and Musicoin. So make sure you come back next week to watch this great episode, and make sure you subscribe to Musicoin TV. Thank you for the likes. We getting more likes up. And hey, is there anything else?
And Musicoin D2.
Yeah, CW, what you got for us?
Good luck to England in the World Cup semi-final on Wednesday. Right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's the World Cup final next Sunday. If England are in the World Cup final, I'm either going to be drunk in the streets somewhere. So I'm just warning you.
Oh, and you don't want to miss that episode because we are going to call him on.
So, post in the chat if you'd like to see live streaming clips of the madness of the Bacchanal of Great Britain.
Yeah.
Making it
if England somehow, I'm not saying they will, but I'm saying if they somehow win it next Sunday, but like I said, they still got the semi-final to go. Trust me, it will be mental in London. Yeah, all right. We'll see. Yeah, Moonbow's already said, yeah, England versus France. We'll see. Maybe that'd be nice.
We'll see. Ed, that's what we.
Wait, isn't Pascal from France?
Whoa, yeah.
Okay, we need to have like a Pascal and Neil discussion going on next week.
Next week, right? Yeah, we got to reach out.
We'll see. Yeah,
we'll see. So until then, make sure you share this video, hit the like button, follow us on our Instagram, then Musicoins and all that stuff. You know our handles. You want to give yours self-suffice?
Rap Poet 1P RAPOET.
There you go. And PUP_Crypto Kings. Make sure you go and subscribe to Crypto Kings with the Z, and subscribe to
Weirdness on Facebook. There you go. How about that? Or See Weirdness on Twitter.
Control Weirdness on Facebook. Don't forget. That's our OG DJ in the game right now.
Don't ever forget to look behind Neil at those crates in the background.
Ever forget.
It says a lot more than words.
Yes.
Don't you ever in your life tune into this episode and not pay respect to look behind what he's sitting in front of.
What?
When you come on this episode,
woo,
if you listen to Musicoin Plays, you take your eyes and look back there every episode and remind yourself of the foundation of this whole thing before it even came to blockchain.
Yeah. Powerful.
Don't forget that part. Don't forget that part.
History in the making.
It's all about music in the end.
Peace and love, everybody. Peace and love. See you next Sunday. We is out.
England.